Hey Taurus, let's dive right into your reading. So glad to see you all today. So let's see. Taurus energy. You all are so awesome, by the way. You are my biggest audience here on Spot On, and I appreciate you more than you know. I actually think about you all during the week. You know, when I'm busy doing stuff, you all are like old friends of mine at this point, and I think about you. Like, I'll be washing dishes or whatever that's when I get my biggest psychic visions, when I'm washing dishes, and I'm like, oh, that's for Taurus. Like, I collect these thoughts during the week about you, so maybe you're watching my videos and I'm picking up on you. I don't know. There's some strong connection though with you all, so super glad you're here. Thank you. All right, let's see what's here, Taurus. Oh, somebody is watching you. First card, I mean, you know, I usually disregard Page of Swords a lot of times. You know, I'll throw it out the window and stuff, right? You know, I get really tired of this card because there's a lot of this that goes on, stalking on the internet, right? Not unusual. But what is unusual is this came up as the most significant card here, so we're going to have to find out why. We're going to have to take him seriously today. This is somebody looking into you. Somebody's curious about you, Taurus. Could be a younger person. Could be somebody wanting to start something with you, manifest something with you. Could be somebody wanting to reconcile with you, Taurus. Here's Two of Cups. And this is in your energy. You may have been having thoughts, feelings about this person. Good feelings or not so good feelings. I guess it depends on how it ended or if there's a reconciliation. Now, it could be somebody curious if you're single and they want to come in and start. There's something about starting something new with you, Taurus. So whether it's a person from the past or a brand new person, I feel like they're on your mind or in your mind. We'll clarify and get it, okay? I feel like when I look at this whole picture, they're children here for some of you. For some of you, children or younger person is causing a conflict with this Page of Cups. For some of you, it's schools. You're planning ahead to next year. Maybe your kids are going to school or college or something. You're planning about that. You're trying to make that manifest. You don't really want to move. I'm getting like, you don't really want to move. I think I saw this last time. There's a couple of upside down sisters. I mean, they could be other women, but I feel like these are sisters, but they both came up flipped. So there's something here about a fiery person, and, you know, we've got Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands, Taurus. So we've got fire sign energy, water energy, but that doesn't always mean they're those signs. But I feel like one's really fiery and outspoken, and the other one's kind of sulking and guilt tripping you and things like that, because they're reversed. So we'll find out. Sisters came up last time, so I think they're still here. I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, it was Taurus reading, right? When all that came up. So here we go. Let's look at yeah, this is just an overview, and whoever this person is, this Queen of Swords, see, here's the third sister. This one has left the room. This one, I feel like that one was the really bitchy one, and this one left. This one's like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Cut everybody else out, alienated or isolated or something, everybody. But then these two are still here hanging on, and you're like, ugh. I feel like, Taurus, you're so tired of whoever these sisters or women are that are being so difficult about something. So let's switch decks here. Where did my other, oh, here it is. Here's the one I want. Let's look at this person who's so curious about you. Let's clarify that first, okay? Who's so curious about Taurus? Who's looking into Taurus? What's happening there with Taurus? What's happening there with Taurus? Oh, could be a Scorpio. Here's the Death card. Also, this could be something about an actual physical passing. This could be, what we saw last time. This could have to do with somebody who has passed, but for some reason there's curiosity. So let me see. Let me get that. Hold on. Who's this curious person? Why so curious? Oh, because there is a 10 of Swords here. There was some kind of a bad ending about either this person's passing or somebody felt stabbed in the back. It's a bad ending. Bad ending, Taurus. And it involved somebody who had money. Here's a Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to get the scoop on this. Either there's gossip about this. Maybe this is somebody, well known, either on a larger scale or even a community scale. And people are looking into this. Maybe this was in the news. Maybe it was a suspicious kind of death or passing. Maybe it involved money. Maybe somebody's accusing this Queen of Pentacles. Something about 10 of Wands. In this particular deck, 10 of Wands, as you can see, has a demon on it. There was something about a sacrifice or a temptation or carrying a really heavy load for higher purpose. Because this is the devil tempting Jesus in this particular card. And this is why somebody's curious about it. This situation involving these sisters all in an uproar has really got the family all, it was about an emperor. This is a father energy. This is exactly what showed up last time. They are still talking about the situation, Taurus. So, and I know this is not everybody's situation. So don't try to make it fit if it's not yours. Don't get stressed out if it's not yours. But if it is, you'll know. Because a lot of people commented about this last time. There was a Queen of Pentacles who was somebody who was into money, financially stable or whatever, Queen of Pentacles, very financially stable, resources, that kind of thing. And I feel like people are either curious about her or this person. I feel like this person is the one who may have passed or had a 10 of Swords, bad ending. And it's bringing up curiosity. A lot of people are looking into this. It may bring up your curiosity. You may be the one curious, Taurus. You're like, what happened? So let's find out. Let's ask the cards. What happened? What happened here? Here's something about resolution or something that happened on a worldwide scale. Maybe something global. Maybe this emperor, this father, emperor energy was connected to something big, something global, and that's why people are looking into it too. Could be that. And yeah, this was about a sickness or an illness, strength reversed. And a marriage, potentially, a 10 of Cups, marriage. So that was probably to the Queen of Pentacles that I saw earlier. This was somebody who was famous. For a lot of you, now it's not, of course, everybody's, but here's the star. This is about somebody in the news. This is why people are watching this. I don't know what this is. I don't need to know. But this is somebody that a lot of people knew. Somebody in the limelight. Somebody who was a star or a celebrity. I don't usually look into celebrities and all that stuff, but here it is. It's showing up. I'm not trying to go there, but here it is. Page of Swords again. Yeah, people are very curious about this person who was in the limelight. Really interesting. Okay. All right, let's go over to why is Page of Cups creating a challenge, Taurus? Page of Cups reversed. Could be a narcissistic person, could be a younger person. Could be really ill-behaved children. Okay, let's see. I often see it as a narcissistic energy though, so Judgment. There's some kind of big transformation happening or lawsuit surrounding this Page of Cups. This person could be suing. Wait a minute, this card wants to come out. Here's a Knight of Swords. There's a really big trouble spot happening. There's a big betrayal. Here's Five of Cups, big betrayal. And an upside down King of Wands, who's usually a businessman or somebody connected with career, jobs, money, but he's upside down, so he's going to be very angry, very demanding, pushy, you know, really pushy energy. Sometimes a fire sign, but not always. I feel like that person was involved with this younger narcissistic person. This is so complicated, Taurus. Wow. I mean, this is really a complicated situation. Big time. Somebody's like, there's this tug of war over money. I feel like there's several different parties all grabbing for this person's money. You know, there's like a five-way tug of war about money here. Let's go over to Two of Cups. Now, I said earlier, Two of Cups could be somebody wanting to reconcile or two people coming together. They might be moving too slow for you, or you're moving too slow for them. Yeah, some kind of a new opportunity that could be coming in for you. What's this opportunity about? This opportunity is about a King of Pentacles. So you may be connecting or reconnecting with a man who has a business or money, a financial advisor, banker. You know, think in terms of finances with King of Pentacles. Somebody very grounded, usually mature gentleman. I like his energy. He might be a cat lover for some of you, because look, I mean, that's what came up. So I like his energy. You know, I always like animal lovers. So, but there's something unseen about this person. There's some kind of a struggle or a tug of war with King of Pentacles. And it could be because you're going too slow, or they are, with this Knight of Cups. I'm sorry, Knight of Pentacles, okay. So let's ask about Queen of Swords, moving into the past. Who is that? Who is that, Taurus? Two cards. Ten of Swords and a delay. There was some kind of a bad situation. Again, here's the Ten of Swords, and I think it involved that Emperor, that you know, the father energy earlier. This person, this Queen of Swords, is moving away, going away. She's going away, all right? And it's because there was some kind of delay or change of plans, because the Chariot's upside down, because there change of plans because there was some kind of unexpected bad ending, and she's like, I'm out of here. You might have gotten some kind of news or bad news from that one. Now, that could be one of the sisters I saw earlier, okay? So let's go to this Magician reversed in your immediate future, and something about school or having to move for school or planning about schools. Where does that come into this picture? Yeah, because there's some kind of a new path. I feel like you're trying to manifest a new path out of this. So however you're involved in this, Taurus, wherever you are in this picture, you could be right in the middle of it. You could be a bystander. You could be watching this from afar. You could be the person curious about it, watching it. But wherever it is, I feel like it causes you to go a new direction. You're like, well, not going to do that anymore. Okay, that's kind of what I get. Kind of that attitude. Well, won't do that anymore. All right. Like the manifesting didn't quite work. Something threw it off. This person, Page of Cups, threw it off. I saw this earlier. Now this time it came up upright, but there's a Page of Cups, a younger person who may have thrown this situation off. Whatever this situation is. Don't know exactly because it's going to be a little different for all of you. But you'll know. If this is your reading, you'll know. That's how readings go, okay? And if it's not resonating with you, it's just not your reading this time. I mean, you know that, but I like to remind people. Because sometimes people like to write in and say, "You're wrong, Tammy." It's like, no, I'm not wrong. It's just not your reading. Because everybody else said it fit, you know, like that. So that's why I mention it. Readings are not that cut and dried about right and wrong. It's like, it's an art form, not a science. So there was some kind of betrayal here. There was some kind of betrayal from a younger person or a narcissistic and younger person. There was a betrayal. Here's the 5 of Cups. Oh, and here's the Lover's card right under it. So there we go. This caused some kind of a 10 of Swords, and it could have been on a large scale with somebody who was in the limelight. Does that make sense? I'm just following this as they give it to me, and it's very complicated. I'm trying to wrap my brain around the whole thing because it's super complicated. Here it is again. Yeah, they won't let up. It's the 3rd time the 10 of Swords has come up. 10 of Swords is a bad ending, or feeling like somebody shoved you out of the way to get what they wanted, pulled the rug out from under you. You know, it's going to go to divorces, bankruptcies, and worse. I'm not going there. But I do worry why the Emperor passed, if you're following me. And I think that's some of what everybody's curious about. What really happened to that Emperor? 10 of Swords. Stabbed in the back. Next, oh, gives me cold chills. Here he is again. There he is again. I just feel like he's trying to talk to us from spirit. I do. Look at his face. I feel like he's trying to say something. You know, he's not just anybody. He shows up as an emperor. You know, this was a gentleman who was very in charge of an empire of some sort. You know, he's not your average, everyday person. He was somebody who people knew and looked up to. He had people around him. He had knights, you know, so to speak, knights, and that kind of presence where he had people working for him is what I mean by knights. K-N-I-G-H-T's, okay? Tap into this emperor. Fool. Somebody acted a fool. Ooh. Look at this. Here's Archangel Michael slaying demons. So there's some sort of a really bad energy coming at the emperor. He was being protected. I don't know. It's like he thought he had the advantage. I'm not sure what happened there. 10 of Swords, something. 10 of Swords is what happened. Okay, let's go on. We'll see if it comes up anymore. I could dig at that for a long time. I love a good mystery, you know, but seriously, if this is your situation, I don't mean to make light of it. It's a serious situation. So, okay, so who are these women? Who are all these women? Who are these women, Taurus? There's been a heartbreak. This emperor could have even had a heart attack or something like that. You know, this can represent anything to do with the heart. Heart aches, okay, in any sort of way. Can represent surgeries, pain, emotional pain. And here's a King of Pentacles again, having to do with this heartache and I'm asking who these women are. And here's a King of Pentacles. So all these women that we've looked at that I said were trouble spots and difficult, maybe sisters, they could have been, you know, they could have been co-workers or something like that, but I don't know, I'm feeling sisters, aunts, mothers, family. I'm feeling that kind of connection. Maybe even exes or ex-wives or something like that. But here we have King of Pentacles again connected with these three. So I don't know his connection exactly, but you probably do. If this is your picture, you know who this is. So they're confirming it. Whew, okay, what is... Wow, Taurus. This is like trying to work a 5,000 piece jigsaw puzzle in 20 minutes. It's been a little longer than 20 minutes. Okay, anyway, let's wrap this up. What does Taurus need to know today? I can't solve this whole thing in this minute, but what we need, oh, Taurus, you are the Empress. This is why you need to know about, hello, yeah, this is why you need to know about this. Because Taurus, if you're watching this, this may have been your partner. You're the Empress. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there.